To set up an assignment Dropbox in Brightspace for your students to submit their Word documents or PDF documents, we first go to Activities, located here at the top toolbar, drop down menu, first one, Assignments. And once in here, we'll go ahead and create a new folder. The instructions, and these other tools are fairly self-explanatory, but if you have questions about them, please contact us. Individual assignment, you can also set it up for group assignment. If you have assigned groups within Brightspace, then only one person from the group will have to submit the assignment. And then when you grade that, the grade will go to all the members of that particular group. File submission, we leave that the same. We have a choice here between one file per submission or unlimited, typically unlimited, so that way if the student wants to edit or correct some mistakes before the deadline, they're allowed to submit another one. And if you're worried about your submissions piling up too much, then you can only have some settings here where it would eliminate the number of papers. But most of the time, all submissions are kept, and then when you're looking at them, you just grade the most recent. Here you would enter in your notification email if you wanted to be notified every time that a paper is submitted. Most instructors don't. And here we want to have a weekly reflection category. This is help us keep our assignments organized for the students. We're going to score it out of 100 points. Grade item. I don't have any of those set up right now, and I will demonstrate that here in a little bit. We'll just go ahead and click on New Grade Item. And we want to title the grade item the same as the assignment. And we'll set up categories for our grade items a little bit later. You can add a description if you want. It's not necessary. We want our amount of points to match, and this is the weight of it will be set up as 10% of their total grade, 20%, whatever number that you want. So right now we'll just leave it at 10. And can exceed and bonus, this is where you're going to give them extra points for anything. And if you need a further description, you can click these little question marks and it will provide more information. Alright. Most people keep the grade item as always visible, so that way the students can keep track of their progress. And then we'll just click Save, and we've created a grade item for this particular thing. You can also add a rubric if you have rubrics available. And then we're going to scroll back up, and we want to have restrictions. This is where we put due dates and start dates and such, where the students can access and submit their work. Right now the default is always going to be hidden, so you need to make sure that you uncheck that. And we'll go ahead and start the due date. Let's say September 1st. We'll go a little farther ahead. 11:59 p.m. So this way they will have access to it first thing Monday morning. Or it will have to be submitted by that night. Otherwise it will be flagged late. Now, start date is when they will be able to start submitting their assignments. And let's say August 26th. We'll give them some time to get started on that. So 8 a.m. And end date. Everything will still be visible, but they will no longer be able to submit if you click end date. Now with the due date filled in, they'll still be able to submit past the due date, but there will be a little red flag by the paper indicating it was submitted late. So if you have a scheme to hold students accountable for late submissions, or that is not important to you, you can just leave it as it is. Some people like to hold them accountable, and this is where you would do that. Alright, release conditions, we'll talk about those in a later video. And Turnitin, Now, if you have any problems integrating Turnitin, please let us know. Right here, we do have to check this, enable the grade mark. Even if you choose not to use it, it will enable all the other functions. And it's perfectly normal for this to take a little while to upload. And we'll just go ahead and select automatically sync grades as draft in Brightspace, which is fine. If you don't use it, it doesn't matter. Alright, now here you can allow your students to see the Turnitin score if you so choose. You don't have to. Generally, most instructors don't allow. Save and close. Alright, so we have created a week 1 assignment, and this is where students will be able to go in and submit their work. If you have any further questions, please contact Caleb or I. We're in the basement of Calvin Hall in room 110.